Empty lake, empty streets, the sun goes down alone.
Well, here we are. Back again. Guerrilla live streaming. You know this is happening. We're here yet. One person was here. They knew. But they didn't know what was going on today. That's how I get down. All right. So, let's move this. Of the kits that I've ever done, or that I own. So Tamiya TA-04R. Apparently they made a TA-04R Pro. They kind of had this thing like to make pro versions before they came out with their TRF, their Tamiya Racing Factory stuff. So, in an effort to thoroughly enjoy this car, I need to get a drivetrain in here that's not quite so psychopathic. Castle makes really good stuff, but they make really raunchy stuff. It's too raunchy, kids. I can't have it. Can't have it beating up my favorite model, because ultimately I'm completely aware and okay with the fact that these are models. These are racing models, not to be confused with full-blown radio-controlled racing cars. What's the difference? Well, on this one, the difference is very negligible. The only differences that you're going to see is some of the older design and how the ball differentials are put together. The fact that the R kit came with plastic shock towers was shocking to me. It came with a carbon fiber lower deck, carbon fiber upper deck, aluminum steering posts, but I took a TA-05 aluminum steering and bolted it in there. I'm not quite sure that it works perfectly, but it does function very well. It does have the original plastic steering link, the center link in it, which is exceedingly rare. If you don't have one, you have to make one out of tie rod ends or whatever. But yeah, other than that, it's not a lot different than a TRF car. I guess a lot of the TRF cars right here, you'd have a mount that was solid aluminum rather than just the motor mount portion of it. This bulkhead is what they call it, I believe. On my TRF cars, they are... Oh, look at that. There's a TRF car. See the bulkhead? Aluminium. Aluminium, kids, as the Brits say. But yeah, ultimately this is, the Pro versions. You see the aluminum mounts, how sexy those are. I found these aluminum mounts in Japan, and yeah, so a lot of this is piecemeal that I was building things and thinking shit up, but ultimately it ended up being unnecessary. Some of it. I got a spur gear holder that was aluminum that I ended up not needing, a front carbon fiber shock tower that I ended up not needing. I waited too long and couldn't get the back one, which sucks. I added the aluminum steering posts and aluminum front face of the high torque servo saver. I built my own steering link here out of one of the aluminum tie rod ends. Oh, what else? Of course, the aluminum knuckles and uprights, and then all of the tie rod ending that I did to get everything stacked up correctly. To fit, of course, under this body, which is exceedingly low at the front. The nose clearance here was absolutely terrible. Terrible, terrible. Uh-oh. That's even worse. I got a rock. We got a rock, people. We got a surgery to make. We can't deal with this. Oh, it just can't stay like that. Get out of there, you. Get out of... Ah, look at that. Yeah, not so funny. Okay, so anyways, what we're here to do is swap out the motor and motor control. If I sound a little bit trepidatious about this, it's because I am. I'm not exactly sure whether or not this is going to work. I mean, it should work. Should work great. As long as my soldering holds. Because here's a little pro tip. Aluminum wire sucks to solder, to work with in general. Okay, so as you see, I've taken the spur gear off. We'll move immediately forward into searching for tools blindly, and then take a quick stop at taking off this pinion gear. Oh, please come off of there. Thank you. Just like that. Okay, so as you can see, what I was using here was a 25 tooth AV gear. Tamiya makes an AV gear, and they make a 48 pitch, and they look damn near the same, and they are not the same. The AV is metric, so beware. Shit, I lost it. There went my fancy AV gear. Goodbye, 25 tooth. We'll see you later. How do I know that I needed to use what I needed to use? If you can see on there, I don't know if the angles are right or if you can get that in there. I'll change it up. Ooh, maybe you saw it. It's an 83 tooth 06 module. So I would have to say that the gear that I just threw down on the floor somewhere, it disappeared, I think, into this lovely box of springs I have down here. Don't know. But whatever, it was probably an 06 module gear. Anyways, that's not what we're worried about because we have plenty of gears to deal with. What, if anything, have I done with this guy? I gotta tell you, these Integy screwdrivers are pretty freaking good. They've taken a lot of my crap over the years, and it's been the several years I've had them. All right, gotta save the motor mount bolts, because as it turns out, I am almost completely out of my little button-headed friends. My happy little button-headed bolts there. I can see why they changed some of the bulkhead designs, although this one is directly centered, so the balance on this car is sublime until I raised up this giant-ass motor control. But when you put the motor right down low in the center like that, it's really nice, low balance. But any motors with the wires that come off of the motor this way doesn't work. I've got another TA-04R up there that I clearanced. As a matter of fact, for a Kyosho Le Mans 17.5 turn that I got up in that Porsche, I clearanced that bulkhead and turned out swapping the motor out for something different. So, all right, let's just pop this out because we don't need this motor anymore, and I'm probably retiring it. But if you want to take a look at what that was. It's a 2.5 turn motor, 6,900 kV, 100,000 RPM max. We're going to put this over in the drawer and we're not going to talk about it because the amount of parts that freaking motor has cost me is pretty obscene. I'm not exactly pleased with my decision-making paradigm on that one. It was more of a Clarksonian paradigm. You won't understand the musings of the great 4th century Clarksonius, as speed and power were critical factors in his philosophy, or are actually. So as we can see, this is a Sidewinder short course truck module. A little bit much, we could say, right? You could say it's a bit much. Yeah, so spare motor controls and such. Okay, so we're gonna have an issue with the hype of this situation here. And what in the world has gone on? What did I do? I just matched some stuff up and made it happen, Captain. You know what I might be doing, ladies and gentlemen, because I am so ever-lovingly crafty and pre-prepared. You see what's about to happen here? So let's take off these posts out of the bottom. Luckily, they've got lovely little chamfer holes. I'm not so sure that this is not just fiber reinforced plastic, or FRP, as opposed to true carbon fiber. What is the difference, you ask? Well, let's take a little comparison. You see the weave of the carbon fiber, and then how this is stranded almost. It's very much more smaller grained, I guess you could say. So when you're talking with fiber reinforced plastic, I guess it might be long strand fiber. So I guess it might be carbon fiber. It would have to be, right? I don't know, kids. I haven't looked into it. I was just busy assembling it and realizing, oh my God, that motor's too powerful. And this Team Lozy battery thing just doesn't match. So if you notice, that's right, I'm wearing my Miyagi-Do karate shirt. We're prepared for most anything, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you take a look at my wonderful soldering job on the motor, which took me 9 tries. I'm glad I bought 3 feet of wire for 3.5 inches that I'm using. And I'm kind of pissed that now there's so much solder down in the tip of my torch. My Torch-O-Matic is clogged up with solder a bit. Still fires, but it's clogged. All right, you have witnessed the removal. Feast your eyes. Let's see if we can get one of these cool guy battery mounts that I like so much. Oh, look at that shit. Okay. So what are we doing? We're centering the battery kind of right in the middle. laying it across and giving it some straps to hang on to. This is something that I saw a good long while ago on eBay and decided it was a must. It was simply a must. We must have some of these. So as I started tinkering and toying and doing things with them, and sometimes it's a little easier to get these straps kind of out of the way, but don't undo them completely like I just did. Leave yourself just a little bit because you're going to want to flatten that out. All right. Now, these battery trays are pretty cool. They don't need a huge amount of bolts to hold them in. So I see 2 center bolts here and here. I think they go all the way through and look like they're chamfered on both sides. Now, if I was going to take some wear and some rubbing, I would much rather take it on the bottom side of the chassis than on the bottom of the battery. So we don't want, and what's interesting is that this battery tray may be a bit big for the battery that's going in here, because these regular batteries here don't fit in this car. Why? Well, let me show you. This is going to be part and parcel to our fitment process as well. If you can see in there, the clearance to the belt. All right, now when you stack this thing up on top of this, it's probably not going to fit all that well. Unless, of course, I can come up with something. No, probably wouldn't. Let's see if you'll notice there's another one of those battery trays, but I'll put the nuts down here at the bottom so that they can rub rather than the bottom of the battery, because it's nice and smooth in the tray. All right, that's what you need. You do not want to disrupt these batteries, but you can see, boy, maybe you can't see, viewers. Maybe I screwed it all up and you can't look at it. Look, see how the battery's just tiny? He's just a little guy. So what I might want to do, oh yeah, all right, here's what we're going to try. Let's see if we can get away with something funky and fun. The end plates on these little batteries come off of here. Would you believe that? Oh, isn't that choice? $10 worth of Chinese battery tray. Okay, so here's what's now happening. I'm gonna grab 2 of these bevel head Allen screws, slide our little battery guy over. We'll figure out a clamp somewhere around the bend. Right now we're figuring out little end caps for it that are going to be cool. All right, so we're going to put that guy right in there. And hopefully, if I'm right, this other one lines up really close. Okay, so I don't know how Tamiya managed to make their chassis holes fit that so perfectly. Okay, but you find this on eBay, they're like, I got this for like $10.60 free shipping. And you see, I mean, I've drilled holes in it. I believe this is the one off of my insane Land Rover that also had that nasty ass motor in it, and now it's broken. You see, shattered a big giant ass pinion and a gear set or something, and I haven't been able to piece it together, so I parted it out. Took all of the juicy, delicious parts out of it and put them to use on stuff that wasn't going to break stuff, and then made the mistake of transferring that silly ass motor. Oh, look at that. There's even a shorter, haha. Okay, so we're going to have it coming across here because motor and motor controller coming out here, so you want to connect over the top like so. And you'll notice I can use the inboard screws. Nice. Okay.
I can get used to that.
And that will still give enough room for it to pop out, and then we'll just have to deal with setting up a clamp. Believe it or not, I did not plan any of this battery hold down stuff. I was sitting here kind of just wondering what the heck I was going to do. And as it turns out, I'm going to snipe some parts off of this wonderfully made Chinese stuff over here. And rock it on down to my beautifully made Japanese stuff that I'm trying to put too big of a screw in. Oh shit. That's bad. That's bad. I know it's bad, but I don't remember which one that was from. It's probably not that important.
That's double the data with no contract or surprise fees. Yay, buzzer beater!
Oh, you gotta get in there. No, you gotta get in there. There you go. Okay, so turns out the TA-04R has some provisions for a little micro pack battery. Now, what can we do to put this thing? Oh, you know what? Maybe that would do it. Okay, so I've got this post here. What's that other post? If I put one right down by the connections, it shouldn't flop around too much because this one's a little bit too far outboard. Does it fit? Let's try it. Let's try it. I want to see if it fits. All right. So one side has got this little top post that I can stick a body clip through. Like that. So this little flapper-do goes across there. Now let's make a post. Yeah, this aluminum post wasn't doing too bad, but I'm not really impressed. I'm not impressed. What should I do? I want something that stands up a little bit and gets across the top of this battery like it should. I'd like to have the stock battery post. What is... No, I don't want to chop that up. That's just wrong. Yeah, that's just silly. Let's see. Let's see if we have any of these little posts there. Because I didn't use a bunch of the plastic in this kit. I went straight for the aluminium. I'm just going to keep saying that word until everybody catches on. Until it catches on and takes off. Well, cruddy. There's nothing really in here that's going to help me that I can see right offhand. I do have the original steering arms and some other stuff, but that doesn't help. Some of this stuff is at the same deck height. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it's going to be way too tall. Alright, so our one flap. Oh, I wonder. What am I missing? What am I missing here? Why is it rocking back and forth like that? Let's see here. Okay. All right, my little thing there, my little post had a flat side on it. Had to be turned. All right. So the only thing we need to do is figure out where, how far, how much do we need? On another post, but kind of had that dolled up one direction. I guess I could do it the same. I guess I could do it the same. Where it rotates. Like it'll rotate in and then the battery will pull up and out. Far enough or something like that maybe. Or maybe it can just pull up. Like I'm not looking for a lot of clamping force out of this. Doesn't work. It's not working. All right, so I got that little post in there. Oops. Is this thing like right about that size? I like that. Okay. All right. Ah, damn it. I dropped it. Let's see. I could do one of these, I guess. No. It's got to be a little bit thicker, you know. A bit thicker than that, you know. Let's see. Well, setting it there. Moving that back. Putting on a big old washer. Oh, what's that? That all right. So you can see from here, it deflects. I don't want to hit that wing on something because the wing's just on there. All right. But it doesn't deflect enough to get into the belt. So there you have it. That is a modified battery tray assemblage for a TA-04R. Get yourself one of those little cheap battery trays and rob the end plates. Take one of the steering or the battery posts from the original, or just one of the battery straps. Now I could probably, I had those. Do I care enough, folks? Do I really care enough that it wiggles a little bit? It can't go up far enough to touch. It simply cannot go up far enough to touch. It just sits there. And I mean, when you're all right, we're done with the battery tray. So let's get on to my fancy new motor and all that sexiness, because that was supposed to be the fun and the point. Feast your eyes, viewers. Let's see here. What kind of gearing should we put on something this beautiful? $116 and 112. I think 112. I like 112. Sounds like a nice number. You know? And what kind of a pinion should we do? Ooh, 51. That's sizable. Yeah, I suppose we could do that. Why don't we err on the side of caution and go with the 116? I would probably do a 128 if I had it. If I could locate it, that would be cool. Ooh, that's way too small. 100? Yeah. 51 over 100. That would be a little bit much, I think. You know, even this is going to be pretty stout. I thought I had a different gear somewhere that may be a little bit better. Gearing is very important people. You notice how I'm like hesitant right now, unsure, because of I don't want to burn stuff up. And your gears are the way to do it. If you want to fry something real quick, throw some stupid gears on something, and you'll figure it out. What is this? That can't be the right size. Of course it's not the right size, idiot. Okay, so, well, let's just say that we hope. Let's all hope together. I could have swore I had something more in like 42, 45 tooth range. Let me check the old Formula One box down here before I go scooting along on this little journey. This one's spur gear is way different. It's like it's mounted as part because it's a direct drive, but the only thing I got here is an unmarked yeah. This is going to be a like extremely fast geared car. And I don't know if this 15.5 turn motor's up to it. I don't know if the motor control's up to it. Huh. I say Yeah. I don't know. It's a tricky one. Where did I use that stupid gear that I had plotted and planned for? I know I had different gears set up for this. I knows it. Did I? Give me just a second here, viewers. Talk amongst yourselves or something. Let's see. No. Okay, yep, we're just going to send it. 51/116. Mental math, I don't know. I got a computer right here, but I really don't want to confuse it too much. Somehow it just... No. I don't know how I did that. Okay, so we're good. Yeah. Looks alright. Okay. I have no idea what the math is on this gear set, but as I quoted myself before, we're going to send it. We're sending this one. Alright. So it fits the center. Okay. Soldering with aluminum wire. Suck City. You get to be the mayor of it for a while. So embrace it, enjoy, rejoice amongst the suck. If I sound kind of nervous about this, I don't buy this connection, and I'm highly suspicious of this one. This one seems to be totally solid, but he'll probably fall off first. So what I'm going to do is get into the mounting of where we're going to put this lovely little spin super motor control. I think this motor control was 50 or 60 bucks brand new from RC Mart in Hong Kong. If you're not checking out RC Mart for some of your parts, you're nuts. Probably just ran out a bunch of the parts that I like now. Let's see. So, I want to have him here. Yeah. Clearing of the battery. But I don't want the corner necessarily Oh, I don't want the capacitor riding the belt either. You don't want stuff hanging out, so trying to shove this thing back a little ways might actually be good. Yep. Okay, we've cleared that. I'm looking at stuff you can't see, so don't you worry about it. All right. LRP was nice enough to provide a wonderful sensor wire. Very long, very lush, very lovely. I'm taking it off immediately. Hell, probably. These are delicate little things, and you don't want to jack with them too much. So there is a tab on each end that you'll want to reach in there and gently fuzz knuckles. You'll want to pull up and unseat the connector. And this one being brand spankers and factory installed, they were ultimately very serious and Germanic about it staying there. Thank you. I appreciate you. Why am I taking it out? Well, because it's going to be sitting here like within like a little tiny shot of the motor, and I don't want this big floppy fucking donkey cock all over my goddamn car. So, oh, look at that. Little sexy fucking wiring harness. Blink. If you're wondering what the differences were, you see, very much. No. All right. So, oh, look at this. Oh, shit. Look at all it would go. Look at it go. It goes so fast. Oh, they grow up so quickly. Zuby Horror Spin Super. I'm assuming that means accessory bag, and you did not just call me some kind of very fast whore. I'm getting a lot of stuff and some things. Here we go. Give him a little spritz. Yay. All right. I'm going with the stick-on stuff. You can choose not to. Do what you like. Let's see. I want to have a nice chunk of coverage, but I don't want to have edges hanging over to pick up dirt, because dirt saturates, and that sucks. So we're going to cut one of those, and we're going to get right here, up one edge, and then just a shiny little hair off of the other edge. Then, as you can see, it's just a touch smaller. When it comes to RC cars, being small and discreet is a good thing. Starts with free. I said the word. With Xfinity Flex, you get a free 4K streaming box included with your. All right, lovely. My fresh little sensor wire. Let me see if perhaps. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait just a darned minute. You see what I'm stocking over here? LRP parts, and it's an even shorter sensor wire. So let's kind of test where the motor's going to go. Well, sensor wires clear the hell over here. That's very convenient. Grappner, thank you. I wonder if I can change that. Here's my level of inexperience. I don't know if you can pull that sensor off of there and just rotate it around and reclock it. That seems hinky, but it might just be perfectly fine. I don't know. So we're going to set this in here just like so. And assuming that, yeah, we've got a couple holes here. And that clears wires. It doesn't really do a whole lot. What we need to have, that's really weird. Now I got to run the frickin' sensor wire around and over the top of the 6 feet apart when you're around others, and when it's your turn, get vaccinated. The motor wires. Learn more at cdc.gov. Which I guess, I mean, they're shielded a little bit, but not exactly my favorite kind of situation. I would much rather have like all these sensor wires and radio wires. Oh, there it went. Snapped it right off of there. Well, I've done it now, folks. Oopsie. Well, that puts us in a bind because that one, yeah, the third one. My suspicious little friend, I did not trust you at all. Crap. Oh, I hated doing that. I hate doing it. I don't want to. I want this motor so badly. I got the battery tray looking so sharpish. Damn it all. Damn it all. Yeah. God, dude. You could be so shady. Alright, well, whatever. This is all the wire I have left. It's gonna suck if I run out. I'll start with that much, because it takes that much, usually. Find this freaking cleanest end. Horrible, terrible. Okay. Everything else goes on hold for now. And I'm going to talk about annoying this right here. This shizzle right here, folks. Friggity frackin' annoying. Let's get everything that doesn't want to be lit on fire put somewhere else. How's that sound? Yuck. Oh, goody. All right, let's try this one. All right. There's our soldering iron on. Nope, don't have a rack, so don't ask. Yes. Make sure this still works. Okay. I hope so. Potentially. Hopefully, as long as it's not leaking gas on me. always smell like it's doing too bad. Let's just get this over with. This should be great. Okay, so the only way I figured out how to get aluminum wire to hold its fuzz was by wrapping it in acid core solder. Awesome. Thank you. That's just what I was hoping for. That's just the version that I wanted. Oh. Are we there yet? This damn thing's going to fry my bench. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Awesome. Fry my pliers, why don't you? Yep, melting the pliers. Getting warm over here. All right. Ow. This is even better. Awesome. Right in the middle. I'm loving this freaking torch. This thing is just sexying me up right now. Making me feel good about myself. I have the best possible working equipment. This is great. Like 100% of this comes from the last time. So what you can't see, or maybe you can, you see all the solder down in there? Super cool. Ah, so awesome. I need a torch to heat up my other torch. I'm just having a ball here. Bet you didn't plan for a viewing experience like this, did you? Fucking thing's packed. Jam-packed full. Bloody well jam-packed full. God damn, dude. Brilliant. Just brilliant. And of course I needed that burn mark right there. Okay, well, torch is probably not happening today. Let's see if the cheapest soldering iron in the world can do one job. And one job to do, my friend. Well, this is going to be like watching paint dry, people. Oh, God. I don't know if I told you this, but I despise soldering. I absolutely hate it. I hated doing it in school. Any school. And it's been like since I was freaking 12. Let's solder everything. Soldering sucks. Oh, look at this shit, dude. It's in a fucking... Ah! You son of a bitch. Just as soon as you get hot. Motherfucker. Stay. Stay! Just the instant when everything comes to a nice healthy puddle and the wire's feeling just hot enough to burn the crap out of me. Come here. You put yourselves to use for once. Oh, even better. Now I don't even touch the wire, so I can't even feel anything like the contact pressure. None of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and burn the crap out of myself as well as ruin those other wires. That'll be great. Ugh. Yes, if you're wondering, I still have a pulse. Not much of one. I'm hoping you're still there. Maybe not. By now, probably not. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Why would you stick on the first try? Here's a little fun fact. Aluminum dissipates heat so well that it cools your puddle of solder.
We're getting to that time of the year where John Cougar likes to start getting outside. And one of the things that he used to do pre-pandemic was he used to play free concerts every now and then for Memorial Day.
Yay! That's awesome. So what I really need is actually the torch to heat up the aluminum. Thank you, torch, for being so reliable and faithful. If this puddle would just be so bold as to behave. Whoops. Screwed up the rhythm. Awesome. Super, super awesome. Oh no. Okay. Well, thank God that didn't end. Lovely. All right. Hottest wire in the world. Okay. Ah, the fun parts of hobbying. You know? Jump out in the old garage. Have some fun. Super. Surprisingly, after a minute, that stuff starts to hold a little bit of heat. Oh, the soldering iron is just a joy to use. It really is. It's like about a 4-5% duty cycle, so it just kind of heats up when it wants to. Doesn't really tell you when it's going to heat up. Usually when it wants to burn some stuff and not really do a lot of soldering. Absolutely fantastic. Got some nice bubbly heat going there. And nothing. A whole big more pile of nothing. Love it. Now wrapped up in the cord that wants to kill me. On the soldering iron that refuses to work for me. All right. Seems like that's pretty firm. Sometimes I think with that one and with this one, I was working it, doing all this other stuff, and ended up where I had soaked it up into the wire and then ruined the end piece of the wire. And then managed to get all wise guy on it and put a piece of aluminum wire in there in the mix. It was hot, maybe? I don't remember. Felt like luck at the time. Oh shit! Did we get lucky? Did lightning strike 3 days or 3 times? This fucking thing's hot. Whole case is hot. And the whole goddamn wire looks suspicious. Again, suspicious. God damn. I gotta say, that does not look like anything I would believe in. It just doesn't. And as soon as I hit it with heat, it'll break the connection and frickin' fall apart again. What's that they say about gift horses? Don't look them in the mouth or something. God damn it, dude. The instant I go to clamp that, what do you bet? I'm not even turning off the soldering iron. All right, something about these motors you're going to want to know. Usually best to keep all of your wires roughly the same length. They much prefer that sort of thing. Okay, seems like it's still holding so far. This is me sounding super hopeful. Oh, and I even had some of that nice heat shrink down on the other ones. Surely I have another piece. Split her in half. All right. Oh, don't get the heat shrink next to the soldering iron. Well, it sure looks like it's sitting there. It sure looks like it's sitting there like on it. Do I believe that that's connected? Sure, sure. I'll buy that for at least a couple minutes. So what I got to do next, since we're just going to move it right the frick along. Thank you for burning the crap out of my bench at least 4 times now. Appreciate that. Okay, so what I've decided to do is spade connectors. I'm going blue on the motor control side because they are 16 gauge wires on the motor control. I have found that they don't like you to be shortening or lengthening these, but you can actually shorten them to a great degree. You'll notice on this vehicle, I shortened them all the way down to here and managed to get the wires to solder back on because they were copper, as it turns out, on those little motors. But if you get them a different length, they immediately start to clog and knock and do weird stuff. So that's a no-no. All right. If this doesn't work, I'm giving up and going home. Oh, boy. How do you twist the wire enough? Huh? Oh.
There's blinding lights at 92.
Oh. Oh.
I hope so.
Oh, it feels good. It's not crimped yet, but it sure looks good. Doesn't it? A little flat spade connector out there. Ah, okay. Hell, you got a curve to the inside. Okay, these connectors. Oh, don't pull off of there. Obviously enough. Okay. God, dude. So that's going to stick out like a dick on a fish right out the side of the car. Yeah. That's going to be ridiculous. Let's just see here. What do we have? You're coming way out there. Mm-hmm. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. How far out to the side that sticks? That's way, 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 way aggressive. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Colorado Army National Guard. Don't want the wires too close to the battery. I can clearance it to that, but we're pushing up into that bulkhead a little bit. We have 26 lawyers and a staff of 100 talented folks. But the real heroes, I guess maybe it could work. Am I just talking myself into this? Am I just talking myself into this, kids? You think it actually worked?
but some outperform others. That's why we handpick each one.
It's also why we've grown so fast. Because when you compare the sparkle of our hand-selected diamonds, you'll find
We've also grown fast because we have great prices and lots of choices. Sparkle doesn't have to
Okay.
come in and compare.
don't miss out. Get your
Wire number 2.
Where Colorado gets engaged. Registered with a beautiful diamond pendant. See store for details.
sad ski season.
Oh.
Here at Towski Valley, we know the feeling.
Don't yank on it too much. It ain't got to be holding the world. Okay.
Unlimited skiing or snowboarding with our Kachina Pass or upgrades to Kachina Plus.
Hopefully these things hold on here long enough for me to test this motor. And if they hold, I mean, usually something like that, if they're going to hold, they're going to hold. But it's not exactly my favorite method to have to do this. I would inquire as to why brushless motor companies, with all their fucking technology and soldering benches. Oh, there it went.
It's that simple. Turning $1 into $100 is 100 to 1 odds. All it takes is a $1 bet.
Man, I gotta tell you, that is just annoying, frustrating. Here we are again. Now we burned up a connector too. And some more of the heat shrink we're running out of. Cool. So,
must be 21 or older and physically present in Colorado to bet. New customers only. Restrictions apply. DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
let's do a little bit of light trim work on the old scenery here.
In fact, millions of Americans are victims of incorrect or unfair items on their credit report without even knowing. But don't worry, because the Credit Repair Helpline is here for you.
Aluminum wire, folks.
And the credit bureaus on your behalf to address
Aluminium.
items like late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies, which can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you see meaningful improvements to their credit profile. Working to repair your credit today can help you get the new car, new home, or new job you've always wanted. Call 800-4857 now and get your free credit score. Call 800
Do you just want
to start working to restore your credit. The call is free.
to go ahead and get together and stay that way, or what? See? Wrap that crap up. Put your torch down on the floor, because, you know, you don't want to make a mess.
The neighbor who baked you banana bread, only from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who experience occasional bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort? Join the Align Healthy Gut team.
I know, you can see what I'm doing.
Your gut can heal. Align
Heating it up. That's what I'm doing. Heating it up and trying to get it to accept solder. Hopefully the acid etches it just enough and it soaks in.
From the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Sign up at alignprobiotics.com.
92.9 Peak FM Music.
And we take, naturally, of course, and clip the end. Ooh. Ow. Oh, yay. Like a little candelabra now. What did I do with the world's worst soldering iron? I put it away. Should be nice and cold now. Alright, so we clip off the end. Restrip. Oh. closely. Restrip the wire. It's all stiff and firm, so now it means business. I'm going to take the chance and strip this in just in case I get this nailed right. Oh, goody, yay, the soldering iron, my fave. My favorite toy from shop class, the soldering iron. Cool. I've been going at this for like 2.5 hours now. It was going really good. I had all 3 of them on there, and then one of them popped off. And as I was getting the middle one on, I stressed the one on the far end too far. It popped off. Got the middle one to stick. And have now gone 4 in a row. I can't get this end piece to lock down. Will you knock that off? It's not helpful at all. Just please stay burned. God damn it. I need a new torch tip. I need a new diffuser. My diffuser's all wrong. Okay, so I can't touch this stuff because it gets so freaking hot that you can't touch it. So, now that that's heated up, all right. Have a chair still, that seems good. Maybe that could break in the middle, provide some comic relief. Let's see here. Okay, just stay there. You fucking pig. Oop. Not holding it in the fire. It's not going to get hot. It's not going to get hot like that. I need you to go over there. Okay. And swap you down here. Of course, the motor plate's fully cooled now. It'll be super exciting to get that back into working shape. All while trying to get this wire to freaking behave. Oh shit, here we go. Oh, God. Damn it. Ooh, fucking turn away. That's just great. A little bit of that. God. You're such a pain in the ass. God damn it. Oh, could it be? Man. That damn thing almost seems like it's in there, folks. Very close. Ah, what a joy. So much so that I wanted to get some black marks on my pretty white little overcoating there. Shrink wrap, whatever the hell they call that. Let's see. I'm going to talk about a guy who is tired of some shit. And now I have to verify that this shit doesn't touch. Make sure it's not touching anywhere. She touches, she lets the blue smoke out. And as we all know from previous lessons, blue smoke out equals bad. Oop, fucked it. Alright, so I've extended that out just a little bit so that it kind of mirrors the length of the other two. Hopefully that will not be uglified to the motor control. If it is, then I have to cut these back here. And I might do that anyway. Inspired by a woman who found a bunch of cash at work. So what did she do with all of that money? It might surprise you. Would you do the same thing? Two that are the same length, and one of them's a little bit longer. Oh, choices. Choices we can make, just some choices. Choices we all take. Choices. Bam! Broke the other one off. That one was really on there. Yep. As it turns out, those two are on there pretty good. All right, so once more into the breach. Put those over there. We're not even going to talk about it. Long, but not too long. Long enough, as they say. All right, where's my deluxe acid core solder here? It's all sizzly and soaks in and does his thing. Every minute of it. I'm not sure if you can even hear it, but I do have the radio going on. They'll probably block me for it because they think I'm trying to make money or something. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm just trying to sit here pissing myself off for a few days. I don't want to drip this shit all over. So once again, can't go too much because the diffuser don't diffuse no more. Just want to get just want to get. Woo! Hot. Very hot. All right. Here we are. This shit will probably pop off here in a minute. Lucky for me, I kept my doohickums here freaking hot. Nice and solid. I'm gonna get out some rosin. Get him in there. Oh, come on. Don't play like that. All right, so we got a nice long strip of wire. Take a little chunk. Burnt my desk again, so it's proper. It's official. We're going step by step. Step by sucky ass step. So, Did I tell you? I'm not a big fan of soldering shit. Just not. So we're gonna go back down here. Set this guy on here. Keep this guy brushing through the fire here. Get him nice and toasty warm. Ooh, right down in the flames. Both together. All together now. I don't think I got it. You're just kind of trying to piss me off at this point, I think.
Styles and watermelon sugar at 92.9. I had a very controversial.
Seriously? You'd be all wiggly and wobbly and shit. That's fucking great. Thank you.
Somebody please tell Coyote what watermelon sugar. And thank you. I love hearing from you. Whether you're on Facebook and you want to send us a comment or a personal message or whatever, feel free to do so. Or you want to text us. The PQ Solar text line is always open at 272-7325. And I know you get a little bit of time. We would love to. We love hearing from you, man. Let us know what you like to listen to. Tell William and Bobby what's going on, man. What you want them to do sometime. We love it. 272-7325. Hit us up on the PQ Solar Studio text line or Facebook anytime. Okay. Don't you forget about me. That Breakfast Club song that's coming up. Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. Dua Lipa, Levitating. Even looking in the mirror with that man, Michael Jackson. It all starts in minutes on 92.9.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi, if I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Okay, can we talk about your allergies? I know there's nothing you can do for them, right? Well, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, there is. Their treatments are clinically proven, and 8 out of 10 patients find relief that lasts for decades. Even people like me thought there
That
was
is
no
so not a good connection.
These aren't weekly
Damn it, man.
Aspire solutions are convenient and can
What is your deal?
Aspire has helped
It's like
thousands
consistently
Call
fucked.
844 Mind Relief to learn more. That's 844 Mind Relief.
I'm so not a fan of soldering. I think people that sell motors that aren't soldered with wires on them are kind of dumb, and I don't like them. I could have been driving by now. It could have been awesome.
Top shelf bourbon meets slow cooked tender mouth water perfection. That equals
Heaven.
welcome to Bourbon Brothers Smokehouse and Tavern. It's more than just dining. It's a dining experience featuring some of the rarest bourbons on earth in our world-class bourbon room. Experience excellence at Bourbon Brothers Smokehouse and Tavern. Didn't we mention the best smoked meatloaf on earth? Only served at Bourbon Brothers. And yet,
Bourbon Brothers' Southern-inspired menu has the classic recipes that you crave and the perfect twist on traditional dishes that are sure to satisfy. So come in, kick back, and savor delicious dishes and perfect pours at Bourbon Brothers. The best smoked barbecue this side of heaven. This week's sweet deal of the week, receive $50 in value for just $25. That's half off. Go to 99peakfm.com this Friday at 9 a.m. for the Bourbon Brothers Smokehouse and Tavern Sweet Deal of the Week.
My name is Adam Brown. The living with Uber gives me the flexibility that I need in order to keep up with my studies. Growing up, I was told I needed to go to school, but no one explained to me how to pay for college. I tried to go the traditional route for part-time jobs, but it didn't offer me the flexibility that I needed.
Many people who drive with Uber tell us flexibility is important to them. But don't just listen to us. Ask your driver or delivery person. You might be surprised by their story. Coming to you. See you excited to be careful.
Okay, so everybody knows that today we're streaming more shows, more movies across multiple streaming apps. The cost can actually start to add up. Did you know that when you get a Tamiya internet, your entertainment experience starts to free? I said the word. With Xfinity Flex, you get a free 4K streaming box included with your Xfinity internet. It puts all your streaming apps in one place. Like you can get Flux, which is now available. You can easily search across all your apps too using that voice remote. It's kind of easy to news. I do this all the time. There's no shame in using the voice remote. You can discover collections of shows and hit movies that you may not even know existed. Brought to you by Xfinity. The Peacock Premium with movies and unlimited access to that favorite NBC show. So with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at Reach. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $14.99 a month for 12 months and get a 4K Flex box for free. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit your local Xfinity store. Requires paperless billing and auto pay in 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter plus customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change after term. Regular rates apply. Subscription expiry. Access Disney Plus and Peacock.
Let's start with every bunny out there who loves filling up baskets for Easter, like yours truly. Now narrow it to all those rambunctious rabbits who realize they're a couple of goodies short. Easter emergency! For you, Walgreens has a great selection of Easter candy, toys, and gifts. Pick up in as little as 30 minutes. So finish filling your Easter baskets in one quick hop at Walgreens.
This week, select Easter baskets, accessories, and gifts are buy one, get one 50% off. Restrictions apply to offer and pickup. See Walgreens.com/pickup for details.
You heard that safe drivers get rewarded with Snapshot from Progressive, so you went online to check it out. Then you saw an ad for a vintage baseball cap, and now you find yourself checking the stats of that team's second baseman of '97, wondering why his stolen base total dropped after his rookie season. Wonder how much his rookie card is worth. Yes, they said it was easy to save money with Snapshot from Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company business Snapshot on network and temporary luxury lineup with all agents.
You're ready to get back into yoga. 2 of the essentials. A non-slip mat, yoga blocks to keep balance with an exercise ball. And you use your Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card. Choosing to earn 3% cash back on online
awesome. Thank you.
as a preferred rewards member, which includes your most essential yoga gear. Noise canceling headphones. Welcome. Take a deep breath. Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more-rewarding. Copyright 2020 Bank of America Corporation.
From the Chief Vapor Traffic Center, it's a peek at that look at the streets.
Highway 67 near Roundup Ranch is temporarily closed because there's a tree on the roadway and down power lines. So we'll keep you posted when that gets reopened. Other than that, it's quiet on the road. No accidents or stalls reported. I-25 through the spring is looking good. Nothing out of the ordinary. When you go out and see traffic problems, let us know about it. Call the Chief Vapor Traffic Tip Line, 593-TIPS. I'm Chuck Squire. That's traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, the DQ Chicken and Biscuits basket is ready to celebrate your mini wins with mini biscuits. Not to mention the 100% all white meat chicken strips. Let's celebrate. Only at your DQ. Happy tastes good.
Me and Bobby, UTFM Morning. We believe more music, more variety, and whatever it is we do every day just makes the day more fun. We're up early at 5 and ready for you when you get started.
I play more music than actually talking.
I can wake up laughing.
Oh boy, just so much fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun? This is just so much fun. Oh God. Well, I just reached my limit, and I'm probably gonna have to disassemble my brand new motor. Always love that part. Because I fear there has been some intrusion. All right, sensor plate looks clean. That is in fact the end bearing plate for the rotor and whatnot. You don't want to really move too much of this stuff around in there. It'll start jacking stuff up. And then of course there's the end bell screws, which will allow the other end to pop off. Super fun. I mentioned soldering is not my favorite thing to do. Alright, so there's our little gasket. Doesn't look like there's been too much intrusion. Just kind of went down there. This gasket, if it gets burnt up, and this little aluminum piece makes contact with this end piece, well, that would, to me, indicate a short to ground. Probably not your best option. Something you want to avoid. So, as it is now, oh, goody, later than I wanted it to be. Oh, and I've been sitting here for long enough. I've shown you enough. I'm going to keep trying and get this thing. I may have to, well, that plate don't come off of there, and the coil windings are actually welded to it. So somehow, some way, without cooking the rest of this thing, I have to get this little piece here heated up to the point where it can accept solder. And I think I might just go study a little bit, see if there's a YouTube video. Maybe I'm missing something. I keep getting it full of solder, but then it dissipates the heat so quickly I can't get it to stick and glue into the solder pile on this. And I keep worrying that I'm going to end up soldering into the motor case or into one of the other connections, because that little board there may melt or something. Looks like we got real close on this other one. On this one here. So I don't know, people. I'm not really impressed. I hate taking things apart that are brand new just to solve some issue that they should have come with. You can see how well they do soldering. Like, you can't barely see how they did it because it's so awesome. And yet they couldn't come over here and throw me 3 little pieces of wire. Honestly, this is where people get into videos where they're super pissed off and they're all busting somebody up over, busting somebody's chops over the internet. Because what's the difference? I can't fold them one way or the other, or you know what I mean? You don't want to decide for me they should go this way or this way. Frankly, I think that's pretty lame because you can obviously do it. Give me 3 little inch-long chunks so I can put bullet connectors on them and plug a freaking motor control in and drive your motor rather than raping your motor to pieces, trying to solder things to it that don't want to go to it. And, of course, do they do copper wires for the motor controls? If they do, I'm going to be super excited. Of course, I can't really see down in there. Nope. Aluminum wire for the motor control too, so I can't really solder that either. Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm going to have to look this up. I didn't look anything up when I went to go do this. So I will admit defeat for now. And then later here when I get a little bit more squared away on some information, like how to get aluminum wires to hold solder without some kind of expensive machine. Well, then I'll be back tomorrow, next few days, something like that. But I feel like we did some good. Got a nice battery tray on. Got 2 out of 3 wires going on here. And hopefully we'll get the third with some trial and error. Probably get that rewrapped and do another lump of crap and stuff it in there like I was doing before. It seemed to work. So I'm just tired and hungry. So I'm going to cut this here. You have seen quite a bit. Sorry it didn't end up with this thing running, but I'm sure in the next stream I will get that going on. I might even retitle this stream, How Much Does Aluminum Wire Suck to Solder? But it's probably me not knowing what the hell I'm doing. So with that, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys.